Next up is an entrepreneur who believes he has a better solution to drinking wine on the go.
Hi Sharks, my name's Andrew McMurray and I'm here from Scarsdale, New York. Our company is Zips Incorporated. I'm here today seeking a $2.5 million investment for a 10% equity stake in our company. I'm here to tell you that our single serve is like no other in the wine industry. Our company, it's all about packaging, 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 and licensing, licensing, licensing. And Kevin, I think that should be music to your ears.
You are wise, grasshopper.
So, the single serves that are out in the market today, what you might be most used to that you've seen on airplanes, the little airplane bottles, little plastic cups, we've got a wine glass. It's got weight and it's got strength. This glass is actually so strong that I can stand on it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow is right. To open this glass of wine, you're simply gonna unzip the outer clean wrap. This recyclable outer wrap acts as a UV protectant to the wine, which in single serve wine, shelf life is king. Now, to open the wine, you're simply gonna unscrew the lid, attach it to the bottom.
Very clever.
Now,
That's great.
to open the wine, you're simply gonna lift and peel. One of the best parts about this now, lid comes back off, screws back on. This glass falls over, you're not spilling any wine out of it. So let me quickly give you guys each a glass so you can hold it. In our opinion, our package is gonna become to the wine industry what the aluminum can became to the soda industry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So for viewers out there, and you, Lori, who weren't around when this happened, Copa Divino was another single-serve wine deal that came in the tank twice. Both time got offers, and he never accepted either of them.
Andrew, why is it different than Copa Divino?
It's different in that we own the patents and
Copa Divino assured us they had patent on sealing a glass of wine this way. So how have you not breached that patent?
actually, the company that owns the rights to that glass and to that technology is a company based out of France. In speaking with the owner of the company, he told us that the previous entrepreneur, essentially, he's like a franchisee. So he had the rights to use his technology for his glass.
So what is the difference between your two patents?
The shelf life. That's what it boils down to. Our glass lasts for well over a year shelf life. We're in shelf life testing right now with 3 of the top 10 global brands in the world today. One I can tell you about, which is Yellowtail. They do up close to 10 million cases a year in the US market.
So what I'm trying to clarify with certainty, because been down this road a long time ago, and by the way, you're doing better than the other guy because he was sweating like a pig by this point. The point is, you're telling me after having visited the owner of the patent that there is no breach. They have agreed that you do not infringe on their patent.
That is 100% correct.
Is your patent unique not only to the form factor, but also to coat the glass with that plastic?
Correct. The mix of the plastic that's in here is proprietary to us.
Along with the exterior package.
Along with the exterior, that's also part of the patent, is the UV wrap, the shrink wrap on the outside.
So those two things, okay, let's put the patent aside for a moment.
Okay, sure.
You have no desire to make your own wine. You want to license this packaging to other big wine manufacturers and let them sell it.
The answer would be no and yes and yes and no. So we actually have our Zips brand. That's what's in front of you right now. That is our brand.
Is it in Costco?
It is not in Costco yet. And that's a big piece of why I'm here talking to you today.
What are your sales?
Okay. The project started about 16 months ago. We were working with Fetzer Winery. The deal with them was to get into 6 Major League Baseball parks for opening day of 2013. And we did $130,000 with them in licensing fees.
They took your technology and put their wine into it and sent it over to the arenas?
Correct.
Was that the license?
Correct.
What was the percentage on that license?
It's 15 cents a glass.
How much money is totally invested in this venture right now?
$8.5 million.
Oh, wow. And where did that money come from?
We got about 25 investors total. We've got 6 retired Goldman Sachs partners, 3 of which own a professional sporting franchise. And the rest of this group, these are all Wall Street professionals.
But the question becomes, if you have all those team owners, then why are you asking us for the money?
I want all 5 of you guys at the table with me.
What's the sell-through?
What's your total sales?
The Zips brand that you're holding in your glass right now, we're currently done about $650,000 in sales
What does it cost at retail? A glass of Zips.
$2.99.
Look,
Per glass.
very few people will buy a glass of wine for $3.
We're already in 1,200 stores. We just got Walmart this
What's
week.
it cost you to make?
It cost me 95 cents.
Ooh. Look, in America, 97% of wine is sold for under $9.95 a bottle. So where this packaging idea has so much merit in terms of its delivery, it fails on its pricing. When the average consumer says to himself, I can get 5.5 glasses for $9.99 and I have to pay $3.99 for one. That's the problem.
Yeah, but this is, you know, but you can't dismiss,
But
like
you've
you
only
said,
got
you can't dismiss the package.
650,000 in sales, my friend. That's nothing in the wine business.
I mean, everyone we've spoken to is comfortable at the $2.99 price
They haven't
point.
sold
That's
through
the
any.
tipping point.
They
And
haven't
like you
tested
said,
the market. They haven't sold it through. 650,000 in 1,200 stores is poo-poo. Poo-poo. Pee-pee poo-poo.
let's not get hung up on though.
I'm hung up. I know it's getting delisted. It's not going to
No,
work.
but we're talking about my brand.
Look, I'm not a wine connoisseur, but even then, I would take MD 2020 from a quality perspective over a brand with a zipper named Zips. Huge mistake. I'm out.
Let me tell you a very brief story that I think will be sobering for you. I went to see Costco and talked to them about wine. They're the largest buyer of wine on earth,
Sure.
5.2 billion in wine. I said, I'm going to the wine business. They said, who cares? There's 5,000 applications a year to put wine from all around the world into Costco. Go prove that O'Leary means something in the wine business. It took me 2 years to do it. I go back to Costco, and she says, impressive. But now you have to deal with a new price point. We talked about single serve. We talked about 750 milliliter bottles. We talked about my brand.
Did you get your wine into Costco?
I'm negotiating it right now. It's not in yet.
Good question.
That would be a no. Okay, what is your loss going to be this year?
I don't want to look at it as a loss. I want to look at it as a reinvestment back.
Why not simply license to the big manufacturers, to the big wineries, and let them take all of that? You're putting up enormous amounts of capital. That's not the purpose of a licensing deal. Why do any of it?
Well, I mean, hindsight is always 20/20.
That's the answer?
Now he's in.
No.
Now he's too far in. He's got no choice.
Okay, so at the price of $2.99 that you want to sell it at, if you don't get the sell-through up to, call it, 10 million units in the next 2 years, you're screwed. You've run out of runway. So the real issue is getting back to how we started our conversation today. When we know everybody in America, which is 97%, buy wine at under $9.99, that's 97% of the market.
And where's that fact from?
Everything I'm telling you is a fact. You're going to go find this out on your own.
My gut feeling is I would not feel comfortable investing this amount of money with this amount of risk. I'm out.
But obviously, I respect that and I appreciate it. But, you know, to open a category that's never been done before isn't easy.
It's been done before. The guy's been standing there.
Twice. He was here twice.
To clear the air in that sense, I mean, we're not a copycat. I've been doing the single-serve wine since 2008.
I think brilliant design. I love it. From my perspective, I think that there's a great use for it in certain applications. But all the rest of this is so complicated. You have so many partners, it's so much money, that for that reason, I can't see my way through this. And so I'm out.
You know, when Copa di Vino was here, I really liked the product then. I liked the better product, because I think you have a better product. But my issue is exactly the same as it was. I don't care that you've raised $8.5 million. For me, it is very, very fundamental. It's a licensing deal. I don't understand why we're having this discussion. Kevin's going to beat the crap out of you because you can't get below a certain price point. But you can't get below a certain price point because you've taken on all the risk. If you were simply licensing it, that would be somebody else's problem. I don't like the path that you're going down. I'm out.
All right, look, Costco is the #1 buyer and reseller of wine on earth, period. Everything about selling wine in America is known by their buying team. Which brands, which varietals, what price point, what packaging, everything. They know everything. Everything. They don't like this price. If I team up with you, I can get this into Costco, but not at that price. You want to do $12 million opening order from California alone? It's $149. You want to do a $19 million a year business with Costco? It's $149. I can make it happen. I can get you into Costco.
Four sharks are out. Kevin is Andrew's last chance for a deal for his single-serve wine company, Zips.
So how do you get the price down so that we can sell to Costco for $1.06? How do we do that?
You've got to get the packaging down. And like anything, when it goes to scale, we feel we can keep driving it down.
All right, I'll make you an offer. Here's the only way I'm doing your deal. I'm not interested in going down the path you're going down, trying to prove out a $2.99 product, because I know it's not going to work. I'm 2 years ahead of you, okay? I want to go launch it in Costco. Do you understand the value of the offer of getting into Costco?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I'll give you $2.5 million for 10%, but I want the option to buy another $2.5 million worth of equity at exactly a $25 million valuation in the event of an exit. Which means if you sell the company for $50 million, I still get to buy in at 25. You get it? I've got to have some upside for making your company so valuable that you can sell it. And of course, all of this only happens if we get into Costco, so you have nothing to worry about.
Do you understand it?
Yes, I do. I'd like to have an opportunity to make a quick phone call.
Yes?
To check with the investors.
All right. Oh, these wine guys drive me crazy.
I think they're nuts not to do your deal.
It's just a potential deal with Kevin.
Kevin only?
Kevin only. For a
Okay.
10% equity stake in the company. And here's the twist and the kicker. So obviously we need to discuss this.
Do you see this as your way of you getting into Costco?
Yeah, but
And that's
Name it.
why
This
you
is
wanted
the
to?
best offer Kevin's ever made to somebody.
Okay, so in speaking to the partners, they were intrigued. It wasn't the angle they thought that you would be coming in
I
at.
deserve to buy stock at a $25 million valuation, Andrew, because I brought Costco to the table. Because we got into Costco, all of a sudden you're way more valuable. Your partners know that. You should do this deal. You have no risk. Just say yes. Trust me.
Andrew, it's actually a very good deal.
Andrew, are you going to take my deal or not? Don't be a fool.
I'm on board.
Yay!
All right. Cheers.
Yay!
Grab your very
so long.
expensive plastic glass and toast me.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. Woo!
Here's to that being over.
Cheers.
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 Going into this, we knew that Kevin was the wine guy. To have Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, part of our wine project that we're doing, pretty excited.